Hi and good morning. Today is on the 23rd of January 2025. Thought of the day is what do you do with your time? I've just dropped off my kids to school at school, and now I am so very jobless. I actually have not been in employment for a long time. I've been in business, agribusiness. But then today a friend asked me, what do you do with your time when the kids go to school? And so she's employed. She was going to work, and so she was like, "You just sitting around and lazing around, waiting for maybe my husband to provide for me and all that." And I told her, "No, I've been doing a lot of things. I've been teaching myself skills on YouTube. I have been listening to people talk about starting from zero to millions and whatnot. I've been basically keeping myself busy." Learning how to get myself out of this quagmire because everybody wants employment. Everybody wants a source of income. Everybody wants to be in the job market. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want it easy? Yeah. But then the question is, what if you, what if that job never comes? Sincerely, let's just think about it. What if that job never really comes? What do you do with your life? So I'm at that stage where I'm hopeful that I've been applying for jobs, and I'm hopeful that maybe I might get an interview. I might get employment. Yeah, if it comes, yeah. But what if it doesn't? You know, what if it doesn't? Does that mean my life is doomed? Does that mean as a stay-at-home wife? Because now, even if I'm a stay-at-home mom and my kids are not home, does that still make me as a stay-at-home mom? It makes me a wife and a mom who is not currently employed, or yeah. But then doesn't mean I don't have skills. I can't do anything else. I can't build that. I have the time. So what I've been doing, I sat down and I identified what do I have and what can I use. What do I have and how can I improve on what I have? So I sat down, identified 12 streams of income. For example, I'll be in Kenya, so I'll put it in the African context. I have cows. I have a cow, so that's one stream of income. So if I was to feed that cow, make sure it's bred on time, it will still continually give me milk and give me calves. So long term, today might seem not so much, but the long term of having a cow is more calves, more money. You That's just another source of income that grows. Every year if you have a calf, every year if you're still getting milk, you're still getting a calf. So that calf the next year gets pregnant, gives you milk, gives you a calf. In like 5, 10 years, you'll have a herd of cows. Okay? That's one for me. Two, I have chickens. So if every time I can have, let's say, add 5 chickens to my already existing group of chickens, these chickens lay eggs. So when these chickens, let's say I have 10 female chickens and maybe one cockerel, or two cockerels. So if these 10 chickens lay me an egg a day, that's 10 eggs a day. 10 eggs a day. So if they want to brood, if every chicken can brood 10 eggs, 10 eggs, 10 eggs, that's 100 chicken from that 10, from those 10 chickens of mine. Okay? So now 100 meaning that I now have more meat, I have more eggs, and I can sell this. That's another source of income for me. That's another stream of income for me. I looked at sheep. I have sheep, so if I was to add sheep, so if these sheep are well fed, well bred, they can give birth twice a year. So if I was to use that on a compounding factor, I'm using the whole compounding theory. I don't know if you guys know it, but I now seem to understand it from an agricultural perspective. So from my 5 female sheep ewes, in a year can have they can give me 10 baby sheep. Okay, 5. So gives birth twice a year. That's 5 again and 5 again. So by the end of the year, I have 15. I already have 15. That's still money. So I have more meat. Uh, I have something to sell. I can sell. That's that's another source of income, another stream of income. So we do goods. I also have goods. If I was to also add 5 more goods, let's say I have 5. So if the 5 are also like sheep, so they also multiply. They do twice a year. So if these sheep goods are well fed, well bred on time, they have the potential to give me 10 more. So this 10, so by the end of the year, we're in January. So by December, I will have 15 of them in my compound. 15 sheep, 15 goods. So the next year, this 15 will now be ready, mature enough to give me more stock. So yes, now do the math. So the first batch is mature enough. The first batch of goods or sheep is not mature enough to start giving birth. So the mothers still give me another 10. The first batch gives me another 10. So in the second year, I have more likely to be at 30. We together? 30 or let's say 40. So that's also another stream of income. So, um, what else? Another thing I've also looked at is so far we are at cows, sheep, goats, chicken. Really, that's 4. That's 4. 4 streams of income. Let's say one thing I've also been considering is fruit trees. Fruit trees. You plant one fruit tree. Let's say an orange tree. My friend has been doing orange trees. She has 3. She has 3. These seedless ones. You buy them locally. But then when these trees, yes, it may take time. For them, it takes 2 years to mature from the day you planted. You take care of it, manure it, you water it, da da da. So 2 years. So once it starts fruiting, gives you fruit, she harvests, let's say, 3 to 5 bags of oranges from her 3 trees per season. That is also another stream of income. Okay. So if you had, let's say 5, it gives you, let's say, how many bags? 8 to 10 bags if the season is good. So the better you take care of your trees, the more they give. And that's, to me, that's a stream of income. So if I was to have oranges, if I was to have pawpaws, if I was to have guavas, if I was to have strawberries, if I was to have what else? Apples, apple trees. So in every season, let's say this season is, let's say January is the season of mangoes. Now in Kenya, we're doing a lot of mangoes. That's the hype thing right now, mangoes. So if you had like 5 mango trees and are all producing well, and this is the season, you can sell like a whole pro box of mangoes from your booth. You just go in with your car, pick from your farm. That's money for January for you. That's easy picking for you. So that is also as another stream of income. So that's that's number what? That's number 6. The oranges, the purples, the lemons, the tangerines, whatever. As long as it's a fruit tree, it has the potential to make you millions. It has the potential to do so much for you. Actually, when you look at it from that point, there's money everywhere in the simplest of ways. So that being said, you now look at another source of income I thought about was my degree. I have a degree in public health. I'm doing certificate in health and safety. So what you can normally do is what I can do with that is I can teach that knowledge. I can do consultancy. I can help people do research papers on it. It might not be a lot, but it is something I can also capitalize on, and it is also another source of income. I can also get employment from that and add to my portfolio. Okay, income portfolio. So if I let's say in the month of January, I have 5 sheep to sell, 5 goats to sell, 100 liters of milk from my cows. You remember the one cow I told you about? I have my mango tree can do maybe a whole pro box. I have oranges. I can do 10 sacks. I have pawpaws. I can do, let's say, 5 sacks of pawpaws. I can do, let's say, 10 crates of orange of mangoes, or let's say apples, or what else? Avocado. You see, there's this whole hype of avocado. So if I was to have all that, let's say in the month of January, I have the potential to do 500,000 to 1 million a month if I can have all those streams of income consistently bringing something every month. However little, but I get something from here, from here, from there, from there, from there. At the end of the day, I don't even need to be employed in an 8 to 5 job. I only need to just make sure that these 12 streams of income, my animals, my trees, my, let's say I bake, I actually bake. So if I was to sell 100 cupcakes a day at, let's say, 20, that's 2,000 for me. That's 2,000 bob a day. So 2,000 bob, I can fuel, I can buy supplies for tomorrow. My family gets to have good breakfast, fresh cakes, fresh cupcakes. That's good enough. In a month, that's 60,000 together. I'm still getting my milk, the 100 liters I told you. I still have sheep to sell. You know, my idea is to have to sell the male, retain the female, sell the male sheep, the male goats. Why? Because to avoid inbreeding, and also also, so after 1 year I bring another male, a male sheep, a male goat. So if I was to have all those sorts of those streams of income, I don't think at the end of the day I really need an 8 to 5. So that being said, not assuming that um this works for everyone, it doesn't. This is specific to me because I'm in the agricultural sector. It is what I've been loving to do. It is what I've been doing for a long time. Oh, you can also add vegetables there. So if you can sell vegetables at, let's say, what we do here is what I've seen works is vegetables like managu. It's a traditional vegetable in Kenya. We used to sell, okay, when I used to do large scale, I used to do 70 a kg. And on a good week, you can do, if your farm is doing well, you've watered your plants, you've fertilized your plant well, you can do, let's say, 300 kgs a week. So 300 kgs times 70. That is if your worker is the same worker that is coming to take care of the cows, the pigs, and you're also there. But even if you hire someone, let's say you just, out of it, for that whole week you do 2,000. That's, let's say, labor, the weeding, the watering, the, yeah, that's the most part of it. The medicine, the foliars and whatnot. So if you were to do that in a week, that's 21,000. 21,000 in the Kenyan economy, where, as for me, I'm not paying rent. But if you were to have all that, your rent is sorted one. Even if you were to live in a house that is 20,000, you've sorted that out in the first 1 week. Your other sources of income are still bringing. You remember the cows, the goats, the sheep, the chicken. The chicken are still laying eggs. The 100 that were now hatched and now growing, so you have meat for your kids. You have meat to sell. You can sell. This 100, when they start laying, let's say, let's even do 50. 50 are cockerels. 50 are the normal female chicken. So that's 50. That's let's say how many trees. That's one tray is 30 eggs, so that's one and a half, yeah, 1.5. Let's say 1.5. That's 1.5 a day. So that 1.5 trays of egg, you can say one egg if it is kienyeji. That is when the kienyeji is the chickens that are just roaming around everywhere and their yolks are yellow. You can sell that at 600 bob. If you can sell at 600 bob a day, that's one tray. So when this other, so the next day you fill the half. So you can, let's say you do, let's say on a minimum one tray a day. That's 600 in a month. That's 18,000. If you can consistently sell that one crate of eggs a day, that's 18,000. So assuming that in that 18,000 you do 5,000, that's feeds for this chicken. So they scratch outside, they eat. You substitute. You just there's water. You give them water. You give them, you just buy feed just to, like, it's like a snack. But 95% of it, they scratch the cow dung, they scratch the garden below the trees, they eat the bugs. You can do a zola, you can do all that. So if you were to do that, that's 13,000 of clean money. Clean money. Okay? Clean money. Remember, that's just one source of income. So if you so yeah, I hope you get the point. The point is, if the job doesn't come, that's my goal. I'm making this conscious efforts of that stream, improving on that one, improving on this one. Regardless of, even if I invest, let's say, a sheep a month, that still adds to my that source of income, that stream of income. If it's a goat a month, or whatever, however small I can start, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm gonna do. So tell me what you think. But that's my strategy for 2025. I hope I can share more insights of what I think about life, about business, about money, about jobs. Yeah, so stay tuned to my personal diary. Tell me what you think. Tell me what has worked for you. And yeah, so see you on the next one. Good day.